How fantastic has Game Pass been? Incredible value. Today we're going to look at 10 essential games that you can play on Game Pass right now, whether you own an Xbox Series S or X, PC or a device. If you've got the ultimate subscription of Game Pass, here are 10 games that we think are absolutely essential to play right now. Let's get into it, and we begin with James Romero and his first pick.
Many thanks, Juan. How you doing, folks? First up for me is Hitman 3. This is a game I was expecting a lot from, and it did not disappoint. It is fantastic on the PS5 as well as on Xbox Series X, as it is a multi-platform title. Hitman 3 offers some fantastically varied levels. I especially love the English mansion, but there are other great locations here too, each offering something different in terms of the objective and how to get it done. The visuals are beautiful and superb, and the gameplay is still what you'd be used to if you've played the previous installments, which are all great as well. Kills have never looked so good, with increased fidelity and smoothness, playing at 60 frames per second. Being able to play the Trilogy on Game Pass is an absolute boon, and if you've forgotten the story or never played these games before, then you're in for a treat. Of course, Hitman 3 is the one that shows off the power of what the Series X can do.
Yes, James, that Hitman Trilogy is fantastic on Game Pass right now. I'm going to choose for my first game MK11, so Mortal Kombat 11. Always been a series that I've had great memories of from when I was a teenager playing this one. Always trying to get into the arcade to see what was going on as well before that. And from then on, it's always been a favoured fighting game of mine. Characters such as Sonya Blade, Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Raiden, always being the ones that I chose. And now with MK11 sporting a wonderful gory visuals and gameplay which is really quite smooth, these fatalities look absolutely fantastic too, I have to say. It's something my friends and I playing on the couch do not tire of. There's online modes also to keep things ultra competitive if you're looking to play randoms online, as well as your solo tournaments for those of you who want a more solo experience. For me though, it's about knocking your friends out, pulling out a fatality and having a laugh and a beer afterwards.
Aliens Fireteam is one of those games that you'll really enjoy if you have friends online to play with. It's a game where you don't have to think too much, and there is action around every corner. You choose your character, join up to 3 friends, and together blast the aliens coming at you from all directions. If you love the alien films like I do, then this captures the claustrophobic nature of the films perfectly. The sound of the guns are just like in the films. Aliens will come at you from vents, from behind, and will even crawl up on the ceilings. The sounds are terrifying, and the visuals make it even more so. There's nothing like having a party of mates decimating the hordes of aliens coming towards you, mission after mission. And of course, because it's on Game Pass, it's easy for your friends to download as well without them having to go and buy the game, as long as they subscribe to the great service from Microsoft.
We had some great times there with Aliens Fireteam, James. Great pick. But my next pick is Death's Door, an indie game that Joel Parker recommended on our other channel, Switch Watch. If you haven't checked that out yet and you're all about the Switch, then head over to Switch Watch. Cheers, Joel Parker, for this one, because it's actually one of my favourite indie games of 2021. The fact that it's nicely optimised for the Xbox Series X and S is very welcome. As a crow here, your job, like many jobs, is rather monotonous work, but honest work for our protagonist, a small crow. However, the job soon gets a lot more lively when a soul is stolen and you must track down the soul in a realm untouched by death, where creatures grow past their expiry. These creatures are powerful, greedy for more, and gameplay is sharp and compelling, where you can utilise melee weapons, arrows and magic to overcome your foes. The controls are tight too, which makes it even more engaging. Upgrades and customizing your character's stats are essential if you want to gain an edge. The world is stunning, the mystery keeps you glued till the very end. Absolutely one not to miss.
Now, we had to wait a very long time for Master Chief to return in Halo Infinite. It took ages, but it was worth the wait. The multiplayer, whilst it has some issues, is some of the most fun that we've had in a Halo game for a long time, and we hope that with all the adjustments and improvements that they're making, this can be an even greater experience. One thing is for sure, the game feels great to play, and playing with some friends in 4-player squads is fantastic. The campaign is also a great time sink, and we like the open world maps this time around. The story was engaging and the gameplay is a blast. I can't wait for the kart mode to be able to play through again with a friend.
With Halo Infinite being a big hitter, I'm coming back with Forza Horizon 5. That's my big hitter on this list. It's for me one of the best racing games ever made. To be able to play this in glorious 4K is a joy to behold. The scenery in Mexico, absolutely stunning. Took my breath away. The cars, there's over 600 to collect. They're beautifully recreated, and the cars here, surely there'll be something for your taste. The fact that the open world always has something to draw your attention, whether it's driving off a ramp or just finding some XP boards, races here from dirt tracks, road races, it's something for everybody here. And the main thing is it's just superb fun. My only slight gripe with some of the musical tracks that were chosen, but that will come down to a personal taste. You can always turn them off and play Spotify on a separate speaker for a more glorious experience. But yes, Forza Horizon 5 is the game that in 2021, especially on Gamepass on the Xbox Series X, was the one that blew me away and the one that I keep coming back to.
Being able to play all three Mass Effect games again remastered in this Legendary Edition in 4K with over 40 DLC packs is just glorious. This is a masterful RPG series from BioWare with a fantastic story and decisions which have real consequences. It is one of the best trilogies I've played, and even though the games are getting on a bit now, the fact that they've been remastered means you can play them again and enjoy them with high fidelity visuals and frame rates. One of the great things about having a whole trilogy at once is, of course, you don't have this big gap between games, so you can get more into it. What's next, Juan?
Now, my next choice is It Takes Two, one of the best co-op games I played in 2021 on Game Pass. It's one of the greatest surprises, although it shouldn't have been, seeing as the developer also made another quality co-op game, A Way Out, previously. You can tell right away that a lot of love has gone into this project, an action-adventure platformer where the two protagonists have been turned into dolls and they must learn what it is to love again through some trials and tribulations. The story's fun and sad at times, and you do your best as parents to make it back into your human bodies for the sake of your daughter. In fact, I played this all the way through with my 7-year-old daughter, and we had a great time from start to finish. One certainly not to be missed.
Lastly, for me, it's Mortal Shell. This is a great game which takes its inspiration from the game, yes, you know the one, Dark Souls. It's a third-person action role-playing game. There are different Shell characters which offer varying playstyles to suit your tastes. I love being able to occupy the bodies of defeated warriors, making them rise again and mastering each shell's unique combat styles. The combat is unforgiving and requires precision and strategy. However, master it and it is an awesome feeling that you get in this game. You will come across many foes, each one testing your abilities. A fantastic game on Game Pass that should definitely not be missed. That's it from me. Thanks everyone. Back over to you, Juan.
My last picker today is Scarlet Nexus. Here you have psychic kinetic abilities where the world around you is your greatest weapon, and it's a great feeling being able to use your environment to your advantage, being able to lift and throw pieces of the environment towards your foes. Along with decent gameplay, there's a good story here which will keep you entertained all the way through. Love the visuals and the soundtrack too. That's it for today, folks. Those are 10 games that we think are essential to play and download from the Game Pass subscription. You can play on either Xbox Series X, Series S, or PC, as well as devices if you use the Ultimate subscription package, and we think it's very well worth it. But who picked the best 5? Was it myself, Juan Romero, who went for games such as Mortal Kombat 11, Death's Door, Forza Horizon 5, It Takes Two, and Scarlet Nexus? Or was it James Romero who picked Aliens Fireteam, Hitman 3, Halo Infinite, Mass Effect Trilogy, and Mortal Shell? Let us know in the comment section down below, and if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and that bell notification so we can notify you when another video goes live. We cover the PlayStation and Xbox on this channel, and for Nintendo Switch aficionados, head on over to Switchwatch. Take care everybody, we'll see you on the next one.